2,463. That's not a bank balance. That's the number of Instagram models my friend's boyfriend follows. And before you ask, no, he's not a photographer. He's not a talent scout. He doesn't work in fashion. He's just a guy, a regular guy with a girlfriend who thought everything was fine until she looked at his Instagram following list. Stay with me because what she found and what happened next is going to make you question everything you thought you knew about men. First, I want to welcome you to Heart Talk with Simone, where we dive deep into the conversations nobody wants to have, but everybody's thinking about. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Today, we're unpacking something that's been destroying relationships left and right, and chances are it's happening in your relationship right now. We're talking about the Instagram following list, that little number that reveals more about your partner than any conversation ever could. And listen, I know what some of you are already thinking. Simone, you're being dramatic. It's just Instagram. It doesn't mean anything. But does it though? Because my friend Maya has been asking herself that same question for 3 weeks now. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to have some thoughts. So let's get into it. Maya and her boyfriend Jordan have been together for 8 months, 8 solid months. They met through mutual friends. The chemistry was instant. He was attentive, thoughtful, and introduced her to his family. On paper, this guy was checking every box. They'd even started having those conversations. You know, the ones, where do you see this going? What do we both want? Are we on the same page? And everything seemed aligned. Maya was thinking, finally, a good one. Then one night, they're at her apartment watching a movie. Jordan's phone is on the coffee table. It buzzes. Maya glances over, not snooping, just a casual glance, and she sees the Instagram icon. And that's when she notices something she'd never paid attention to before, the following count. Jordan has about 450 followers, pretty standard, right? But he's following, wait for it, 2,640 accounts. Now let me pause here because some of you are already doing the math. That's a 6-to-1 ratio. For every person who follows him, he's following 6 people back. That's not normal. That's not even close to normal. And before we go further, I want you to comment right now. What's your following to follower ratio? And more importantly, what's your partner's? Because I guarantee after this video, you're going to check. So Maya, being a reasonable human being, asks casually, babe, why do you follow so many people? And Jordan, without even looking up from the movie, says, oh, I don't know. I just follow people back. You know how it is. But here's the thing. Maya knows that's not how Instagram works. People don't just follow you randomly, especially not at that volume. So later that night after Jordan leaves, she does what any of us would do. She looks, and what she finds makes her stomach drop. Less than 200 of the people he was following were men. This man was following over 2,400 IG models, not celebrities, not influencers with actual careers. I'm talking about thirst trap accounts. You know exactly what I mean. The type of accounts where every single photo is the same pose, same angle, same aesthetic, bikini pics, gym selfies, mirror shots. You get the picture. And here's what made it worse. None of them follow him back, not one. This isn't mutual appreciation for content. This is one-way, thirsty, digital window shopping. Maya scrolled for hours straight and couldn't find a single account that wasn't a hot girl constantly dropping thirst traps. Now let's talk about what's actually happening here, because this isn't just about Instagram. This is about behavior. This is about intention. This is about what someone does when they think nobody's watching. When a man follows thousands of women he doesn't know, women who will never follow him back, women he will never meet, what is he actually doing? Let me break down the psychology. Every time Jordan opens Instagram, his feed is flooded with images of women he finds attractive. This creates a dopamine hit. It's the same neurological response you get from gambling or scrolling through dating apps. You're constantly seeking the next high. But here's the kicker. It's never satisfying because these women aren't real to him. They're not attainable. They're fantasies. So he keeps scrolling, keeps following, keeps searching for that satisfaction that never comes. When you follow thousands of women who look a certain way, you're creating a visual standard in your mind. Whether you realize it or not, you're training your brain to desire a specific aesthetic. And if your real life partner doesn't match that aesthetic, subconsciously you start to feel like you're settling. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, like, Simone, that's extreme. People can separate fantasy from reality. Can they though? Because here's what the research shows. Constant exposure to idealized images actually rewires how we perceive attractiveness. It raises our standards to impossible levels and makes real, normal people seem less appealing by comparison. Let's be real, when you're in a committed relationship and you're publicly following thousands of half-naked women, you're sending a message. You're saying, I'm still looking, I'm still shopping, I'm still interested in what else is out there. And the most disrespectful part, it's public. Maya can see it, Jordan's friends can see it, his family can see it. It's not a private browser situation. It's a billboard announcing his wandering eye to anyone who cares to look. Drop a comment. Is following Instagram models cheating, or am I being dramatic? Because I want to hear your take on this. Now here's where it gets even messier. Maya started comparing herself to these accounts. She'd look at their bodies, their faces, their lifestyles, and think, is this what he actually wants? Am I just what he settled for because he couldn't get them? And this right here is the real damage. It's not just about Instagram. It's about how it makes your partner feel, how it chips away at their self-esteem, how it makes them question whether they're enough. So Maya did what she had to do. She brought it up. She told me she tried to approach it calmly. No accusations, no drama, just honest communication. She said something like, hey, I noticed you follow a lot of Instagram models. Can we talk about that? And Jordan's response? He laughed. He literally laughed and said, babe, it's not that deep. It's just Instagram. I'm not messaging them or anything. Now, pause. Let's analyze this response because it's textbook deflection. It's not that deep. It's just Instagram. This is gaslighting 101. He's taking her very real concern and making it seem trivial, making her seem irrational for caring. Maya pushed back. She said, but why do you need to follow them at all? What are you getting from it? And this is where Jordan got defensive. He said she was being insecure, that all guys do this, that she was overreacting, that if she trusted him, it wouldn't be a problem. Classic denial and deflection, classic gaslighting. Suddenly, Maya's the problem for noticing. She's the insecure girlfriend. She's the one who needs to work on her trust issues. But here's my question. If it's so innocent, why is he so defensive? If it truly means nothing, why can't he just unfollow them? Why is his right to look at random women's bodies more important than his girlfriend's comfort in the relationship? Maya told him it made her uncomfortable. She told him it felt disrespectful. She told him it made her feel like she wasn't enough. And you know what Jordan said? You're being controlling. Controlling because she expressed a boundary? Let me tell you something. Having standards is not the same as being controlling. Expecting respect in your relationship is not insecurity. And if a man thinks your boundary is an inconvenience, he's telling you exactly how much he values you. Now let's talk about what this really reveals, because it's not just about Instagram models. It's about what this behavior says about someone's character and their capacity for a real relationship. There's this brutal theory floating around TikTok, and honestly, I think there's truth to it, that the women a man follows are his real type. The woman he's actually with, that's just who he could realistically get. Think about it. If Jordan's feed is full of 20-year-old models with very specific body types and Maya looks nothing like them, what does that tell you? It tells you that those are the women he fantasizes about. Those are the women he wishes he could attract. And Maya is the compromise. Now, some of you are going to say, everyone has a fantasy type. That doesn't mean they don't genuinely love their partner. And look, I hear you. We all have celebrity crushes. We all have types. But there's a difference between acknowledging someone is attractive and building a daily shrine to thousands of them on your social media. Here's the painful question Maya asked me, and I think it's one a lot of women are afraid to ask. Am I just a placeholder until someone better comes along? Because when your partner is actively, daily, consistently seeking out images of other women, it feels like they're keeping their options open, like they're not fully invested, like you're good enough for now, but if someone who looked like those Instagram models gave him attention, he'd be gone. And before you come at me saying I'm being too harsh, let me ask you this. If your partner spent hours every day looking at luxury items they'd never own, wouldn't you think they were dissatisfied with their current life? So why is it different when it's women's bodies? It's not. Comment below, have you ever felt like a placeholder in a relationship? Because I think this is more common than we want to admit. So here's what happened. Maya gave Jordan an ultimatum. Not a manipulative one, not a controlling one, just a clear boundary. If you want to be with me, I need you to unfollow these accounts. Not because I'm insecure, but because I deserve a partner who isn't constantly seeking visual stimulation from thousands of other women. Fair, right? Jordan thought she was being unreasonable. He said no, he refused. He said it was his Instagram and she couldn't tell him what to do with it. And that's when Maya realized something crucial. He was choosing his ability to look at random women on the internet over her comfort and her feelings. Let me say this clearly. When someone shows you their priorities, believe them. Jordan's priority was not Maya. It wasn't their relationship. It wasn't building a future together. So Maya left. And you know what happened? Jordan called her dramatic. He told their mutual friends she was crazy and insecure. Now let me give you my take on this because I know some of you are still on the fence. Is following Instagram models inherently wrong? Here's my honest answer. It depends. If you're single, follow whoever you want. If you're in a relationship where both people genuinely don't care and have explicitly discussed it, fine. But if you're in a relationship where your partner has expressed discomfort and you refuse to change, you're choosing ego over empathy. Let nobody gaslight you with the argument that all men do this. No, they don't. I know plenty of men who don't follow Instagram models. I know men who actively curate their feeds to be about their hobbies, their interests, their careers. I know men who respect their partners enough to not fill their social media with thirst traps. And so when a man says all men do this, what he's really saying is, I don't want to be held accountable, so I'm going to normalize my behavior. Don't fall for it. Maya asked me if she overreacted. She asked if she threw away a good thing over something petty. And I told her, babe, you didn't overreact. You had a standard and he didn't meet it. That's not your failure. It's his. The right person won't make you feel like you're competing with thousands of Instagram models. The right person won't make you question if you're their type. The right person won't choose their pride over your peace. And here's the thing that nobody talks about. When you leave someone who doesn't value you, you make space for someone who will. She chose herself. And honestly, that's the most powerful thing you can do. So let me ask you, if you checked your partner's Instagram right now, what would you find? Would you find someone who respects your relationship? Or would you find 2,463 reasons to question it? I want to hear from you. Comment below and tell me your boundary when it comes to social media in a relationship. And if this video resonated with you, do me a favor, hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button too if you haven't already, because we're diving deep into the real talk every single week. No sugarcoating, just honest conversations about modern dating and relationships. Remember, your standards aren't too high. The wrong person is just too low. Until next time, protect your peace, know your worth, and never settle for someone who treats you like an option. This is Heart Talk with Simone. I'll see you in the next one.